Hello. It is little Timmy from the Easy Buckets podcast group. And today we are going to be talking about LaMelo Ball. And the fact that he could be an all-star in just his second season. So let's get right into it. So, in the case of LaMelo Ball, this is his second season. In his first season, in the season that he won Rookie of the Year, he averaged 15 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds, and also averaged 1.5 steals a game, which is really good. And he shot 43% from the field and only 52% from 3, but he was pretty efficient. But his free throw percentage, 75%. It's not good, but all right. But that was when he was a rookie and he won Rookie of the Year. And now this season, he's averaging 19.5 points per game, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. He's shooting 42% from the field, which is still good. It's not that much down from last year. And then he's shooting 36% from 3, which is better than last season. And then his free throw has gone up to 88%, which is a lot better than last year. So he's been doing a lot better. And people are discussing if he should be an all-star or not. And I don't think that he should be an all-star just because of how good everyone else ahead of him is. But I just wanted to talk about him just to talk about how good he has been, because he's been really good. The impact that he has on that Charlotte Hornets team is insane. Before he got to that team, they were not making the playoffs, but they did have Kemba Walker, and then once he came in, now he's the best player on that team, and he's the quarterback of that team. So, and he's put them in the 7th seed. So you could see what kind of impact he's having, because they have him, Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, Miles Bridges, Kelly Oubre, PJ Washington. They have all those guys. And with LaMelo Ball on that team, they're now the 7th seed, which is pretty good. Compared to last season, they were a play-in team, and they didn't make it out of the play-in. They lost in the first round, which is not bad, but they lost to the Indiana Pacers. And I just talked about them in my last video, so go check that one out. They lost to the Indiana Pacers, got blown out. But ever since then, now this season, they're doing really good. Kelly Oubre is currently out right now. Health and safety protocols. But, yeah, I think they're doing really good. And with how good they're doing, I could see someone making the case that LaMelo Ball should be an all-star. I don't think he should, just because of how good everyone else is. I wouldn't have him over DeMar DeRozan, Trae Young, Zach LaVine, or James Harden. I wouldn't have him over those 4 guys. And it's between, with him, my wild card was Darius Garland. I could see you swapping out Darius Garland and LaMelo Ball just because you already have Jarrett Allen on that list. So I could see LaMelo Ball being a wild card, but being a wild card would be cool. But he might be like Zion Williamson, how he was last year in the All-Star game, where no one really necessarily wanted him there, but because of his dunks and all that stuff and his all-star game play, I guess, they put him on that team. And if you don't know, he played horribly in that all-star game. I remember watching that and seeing all the dunks that Zion was missing, and now Zion has not played a game this season. So LaMelo might be that wild card. And if he was, I'd be fine with that. I think someone like Fred VanVleet might be more deserving of that. But I could see a case when LaMelo Ball does end up being an all-star. Because I wouldn't be too mad about that. If he's an all-star, that's just what it is. But I could see a lot of the fan vote going to LaMelo, because I think the fans really like him. But, yeah. I also wanted to talk about the Phoenix Suns. I just want to talk about them a little bit. and how they've been playing. And I know last season everyone was talking about how, the Phoenix Suns, they just made it to the championship because everyone was injured and stuff, all that type of stuff, all that was happening last year. And you could still make the case this year because there's been a lot of stuff happening with, like, Damian Lillard injury. Go check out my other video to see that. And we all know it's been happening with health and safety. But I do think that with Chris Paul on this team, they actually are a legit contender. Last season, they were the 2 seed. Right now, currently, they're sitting at 32-9. The only team with single-digit losses. The best team in the whole league. I think they're for real. Just because with Chris Paul on that team, he opens up the floor for Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton to thrive. Because the pick and roll with Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton is deadly. And because of that, it gives Devin Booker room to get open shots up because of Chris Paul. And Chris Paul has been averaging 14 points and 10 assists. So Chris Paul hasn't even had to average all-star points, but he's just been getting those assists. So I think that's been really good at Chris Paul. He's been that team's leader. And yeah, I just wanted to bring up the Phoenix Suns. And I think if they do not make a conference finals this year, then this season will be an L for them. I think it'd be okay if they didn't make the finals, just because you have teams like the Utah Jazz, who have been getting better. You have teams like the Warriors coming back. The Memphis Grizzlies have been doing really good. But as it currently stands, if the playoffs were to start today, they would have to go against the Clippers. And then next round, they would have to go either against the Grizzlies or the Nuggets. And I could see it going either way with the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies versus the Suns, that would be a cool series to watch. But I think if the Memphis Grizzlies, if they make the conference finals, it would be a for sure win. The Phoenix Suns, if they make the conference finals, they'll be like, okay, that was good. But last season they made it to the finals, but I think that would be justified if they didn't make it this year. But I do think that they're going to have a good season this year. They're going to keep playing like how they are, and I think they're going to do good in the playoffs. I do think that this will hold up. So, yeah, I just want to talk about this. I also want to talk about upload schedule. I am going to be uploading 5 days a week, so 5 out of 7 days. There will be 2 days randomly where I don't upload. I don't really know what those 2 days are, but there will be 2 days. So, yeah, I will see you on Monday. And goodbye.